Hey there, friends. It's Savitri here. I'm hoping this finds you well. And today we're going to look at the idea that everything is spiritual through an alternative lens. So I'd like to start with a story. I was going on a hike with a friend of mine from the Czech Republic, and she was studying here in the US, studying mindfulness, getting her PhD in this. And she was a very beautiful soul in my perception, and she was extremely awake and growing in her consciousness at a lovely rate. Not that rate is really even applicable, nor does it matter. Anyways, so we're heading on a hike, and this soul was so devoted to cultivating an earth that was full of peace, that protected animal rights. She chose to be vegan, not harming animals for food. She wanted to take care of the environment and be a good steward, and so many beautiful things. And so eventually we arrived at the trailhead in central Pennsylvania, and it was a beautiful sunshiny day. And leading up to the start of the trail was a broken up asphalt road. It just dead-ended pretty close to where we would start our hike. And I remember looking at this broken asphalt and saying out loud to my friend, "Can you love the pavement?" And all of a sudden, it was like her eyes lit up and she sort of melted and said something like, oh my gosh, you're right. We need to love the pavement. Oh, this pavement, oh my God, I want to send you so much love. And she went on for a few minutes, and it was like her heart was bursting open. And all of a sudden, she expressed that she realized that she had been holding on to so many judgments about what was worthy of love. And so when I'm thinking about spirituality and my own journey with it, I begin to think of the process of noticing and realizing that all things are sacred, that all things are spiritual. And it's really easy in a time where there are economic issues, where there are health issues, epidemics, where there are environmental issues. It's really easy to start villainizing whatever's happening in the world. Villainizing people, villainizing pollution, villainizing experiences, villainizing emotions. And where I think on a relative human level, there can be a really beautiful perfection to having these judgments, I also think that on a spiritual level, it's worth taking a step back and noticing what we're doing. So can we, for example, be an environmental activist and yet not see whatever's happening in the environmental arena, the political arena, the economic arena that surrounds the environmental issues? Can we step back and not see it as an enemy or a villain, but something that we care about and that maybe we could address in a different way? So what if we happen to look through those lenses and see pain? Well, the earth's in pain. There's politicians making policies, maybe for the sake of greed, who are actually in pain. They're people who are in so much pain, whether or not they know it, that they're making laws that would harm an environment that nurtures them, because there's some sort of lack going on in their minds and in their hearts, because there's some sort of lack of money, recognition, power. And so all of a sudden we begin to see the pollution, the lawmakers, the policies, maybe not so much of through that lens of an us versus them. They are my enemy, they are the villain, but they are that which has arrived to wake me up, to show me the pain in the world, to show me what needs to be healed, for me to have compassion towards whatever's happening right now. Have compassion for that toxin. Have the compassion for that lawmaker, for the people in the room making the laws that are going to let emissions run amok. And then if we decide to go ahead and then be an activist to make changes, can we then do that through that lens of awareness? Can we then take actions, change the things that we think need to be changed, want to be changed, want to be healed, want to be restored, want to be cleaned up and cared for ourselves, future generations, just for the hell of it? Can we take those actions from that place of awareness that first we're being healers, and not at the cost of villainizing or putting down or shaming? Yeah, the anger can come up, the frustration can come up. I know in myself it comes up. Politicians, things that are happening, atrocities in the world. But can I also simultaneously hold that recognition of what's going on, what I wish would change, what I want to take action towards, pray for, meditate for, sign a petition for? And can I also hold space for the peace and the love and the awareness and the desire to be a healer? And if I have those emotions, let those be okay. Bless it with my awareness. Send them love too. Embrace it. Let it all be. Because it's rich. It's all perfect. It's all part of this human experiences. This human experience. And then I want to take it one step further. And that is, if we want to go ahead and play a role, of the feisty politician, the feisty activist, the angry activist, the angry change maker, the disgruntled human being, then go ahead and do it. My teacher Ram Dass, the late Ram Dass, once said, don't be so quick to cut off the head of all your attachments, all your addictions. Some of us need to just play out our karma. Honor the incarnation, he said. Honor the incarnation. So maybe we need to play that. Maybe we need to play that role. We need to get angry and we need to blame and shame and feel anger. And if that's the case, perfect. Do it. Embrace it. But here is the kicker. Know that that's what you're doing. Know that you're playing a role. And then, to take care of your mind, body, and spirit, the suggestion would be from me is go ahead and take a break from the role once in a while. Let your body and your cortisol levels come back down. Let your heart heal in any ways it needs to and recover. Take a step back, see if you can even laugh about it. So that's my message today. Love the pavement. See what's coming up in your world, in your consciousness, in the local news, in the international news, whatever it may be, in your physical body, in your mind, that's asking for your love, for your acceptance first, for your awareness first. And then you can choose however you want to act towards it, whatever you want to be towards it. There'll be spontaneous feelings coming up around it. And be easy about it, because we're all just on a journey. We're all just doing the best that we can. So yeah, it's all God. It's all spiritual. It's not all easy at times till we're ready to let it be. But that's rich. Just something to ponder, that alternative lens to look through for today. All right, all. Sending you a lot of love. Be well. Take care.